Wondering what Jason's power outage prep looks like since he has a transfer switch and smaller batteries.
Well, it depends on what your needs are. I am super frugal with my energy. The only things that my central AC for the most part doesn't have to run much because I live in a desert and I use a whole house fan. So if you've ever heard of that, whole house fans are amazing if you live in a dry climate because it gets really cool at night and it's hot during the day. So I live in a high desert. And so my main power usage comes from my air conditioner. And so if I can use my whole house fan, then I don't have to turn my AC on until 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock at night, which is awesome.
That's nice.
And so I don't need big batteries. Like I don't need to. I mean, I do have an electric dryer, so we have laundry day once a week. That is by far my highest use case.
He said laundry day.
Laundry day. Heater or the electric dryer runs all day.
He probably doesn't know how many kids I have, so he's probably like wondering what I'm talking about. But
Jason, Rodney's got 12
Rodney
kids.
sweats a lot.
So
11.
every day is laundry day. 24 hours a day.
11 kids. Yeah, I got 3 girls, but they go through their clothes, but nothing like that.
So yeah, ours is running all day, every day, so it's like a nightmare if something breaks. And my dryer's broke right now. Y'all know how to fix my washer. We were just talking about that. The little dryer, my little dryer door switch broke this week while I've been working, and I basically had to put a screw in it to just make it stay on. And I told my wife, don't let none of the youngest near this thing.
Yeah, don't let them crawl in it.
Man.
But for going back to his original question, my power outage is if you have a power outage, you're running critical loads. So I do have a couple window AC units that I could back up on if I really needed to. I have a gas generator if the solar's down. So you got to plan for your needs. And when it's a power outage, you're not going to be. Hopefully, I mean, I guess if you had enough solar, you could live normal. But in my case, I would have to back off on some of my loads.
Mm-hmm. I was scrolling through a Facebook feed today and saw one of the local news reports. It's like, these towns had a grid outage for like 6 hours today, and my town was listed in there. So I'm pulling up the app on my
Please
phone,
be my house. Please be my house.
Was my house? Did I lose grid power and I didn't even know?
Yep.
It
with the transfer switch,
bummer.
I have lost power multiple times, and the only thing that we'll notice is like the stove will turn off, because we only have a couple 240 volt loads that aren't on that, and so I wish they made something bigger than a 10 circuit, because then I could go. I don't know why Reliance Control stops at 10 circuits. Kind of frustrating, but I think they go bigger.
Is their bigger one 12?
No, their biggest is 10. It's a 50 amp.
Yes.
10 circuit.
Okay.
And I just thought about what I could have been doing all week is running my house off my 6,000 XPs, which are still hooked up, but I'd have to backfeed it and kind of turn my grid boss off and do a couple of different things. But they're all hooked to the same batteries as my hybrid system, so I could have been running my house off of solar still, but I've been so tired and busy when I get home, I forgot all about that stuff. I'm like, man, I should have turned those on. They're just sitting there, so I could have been doing that the whole time.
You don't want to have to micromanage stuff. You just want it to work.
Yeah. And so that's another problem. It's worked so long that now I don't know what the settings are supposed to be, and I don't ever think about it.
Yeah. But no one is going to find themselves with the setup that Rodney has accidentally. Like
Yeah.
And I don't even think you're going to do it on purpose either. This is just one of those like, hey, you got 47 kids, so you got to figure out how to power your dryer, and so
and EVs,
and you got all these test units, so yeah, you figure it out.
Here's, since you brought up the 10 circuit transfer switch, we had another question come in. Can you wire up 2 10 circuit transfer switches to the same main panel?
Yeah, you could. The only problem is I just don't have room. I live in it's not a small house, but it's pretty small, and I I just do not have space near my main panel to add anything else. And that is frustrating. I could do, if I really wanted to get crazy and wire it from a longer distance, I guess I could do that. But yeah, you could do multiple transfer switches if you want, but you'd have to split the power of whatever your source is into both the inlets. So you would have to plan for that.
If I remember right, isn't like your main panel like in the laundry room or something like that?
It's
In tight space?
it's like a storage room
Okay.
that it's just this little corner, and I'm like, oh, I want more room, but I don't. And that's the downside. It's like I built a garage that's just storage, and I'm like, I want to just because I live in a high altitude desert, so it gets really cold in the winter months. So I'm like, oh, I wonder how I could do that. But I'm debating like moving the whole thing outside into this shed, and then it'd just be my power shed, and I could go bigger, I think. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
dealing with
I
that.
mean,
No one wants to change their whole setup.
Eric and Rodney have me thinking that all the time because they both have all their stuff in separate little outbuildings or sheds, and I'm down in the basement.
It's definitely safer if you think of that.
Yeah.
The shed would burn down instead of your house.
And from what everybody says in the chat, from my crazy electrical stuff, that it's better it's outside probably.
Thanks for watching this clip from Unplugged Live. If you want to see the rest of the full hour show, check it out right here. We do it live every single Thursday night. Catch us live and be part of the conversation.